Just made a fry video a minute ago, and I felt like it was a pretty good video, except for, man, I'm so tired. It was just really like no energy at all. But it's probably because I'm so tired and I have no energy at all. But yeah, just progress on the size, the growth rate. They're doing awesome. They're exceeding my expectations. Actually, I said 3/4 inch fry, and that by the time Monday come, they would probably be larger. A lot of them were only 5/8 at that time, but I knew they would be at least 3/4. The smallest fish in this tank right now is 3/4, and at the rate they're growing, it's not going to be 3/4 anymore when Monday comes. So they're growing really fast. There's some in there that I'm sure are already an inch. They're just eaters. I just did a water change on this, by the way. Last thing I'm doing before I go to bed, because I just don't have any left to give. So, I work pretty hard at this thing, but I love it. I try to give it back what it gives me, really. I mean, I struggled with sobriety off and on for several years. After my divorce, I fell apart and just really kind of messed my life up for a good long while, and didn't know what to do with myself, and then struggled with sobriety, and I finally, I had a really good woman. I still have her. She's awesome. I married her recently. She's the best. But anyways, this video is going to get a little bit long if I don't wrap this up. But point being, I decided, I just didn't want to drink anymore. I didn't want to let alcohol take more from me. And if you drink, more power to you. I just can't do it. So I decided to start dumping what money I would spend on this. If I had a craving, I'd just be like, all right, that's fish money. And just see what happens with it. You only live once, right? But yeah, so I mean, they've given me a lot. I've been sober for a good while now. I've lost track of how long. I don't have the urge to drink. I haven't had the urge to drink for a long time. It's completely unnecessary. But yeah, I just, I put a lot of work in. I obviously don't Windex. You'll have that. These fish are awesome though. I'm hoping they're going to drop another batch soon. They're definitely coloring up, and yeah, look at her. She is so pretty. She is an awesome fish. Wild caught Narinos from Tangled Up in Cichlids. Man, Kevin, thank you, dude. These fish are incredible. I cannot thank you enough. These fish are so awesome, and I love them. I really do. The male back there, look at the male. I mean, this female is just amazing. This male, he is really he's really incredible too. If I can get in there, yeah. Look at that guy. That's just an awesome man. They're so young. Like, they have so much more growing to do. Clearly, this tank's not going to be big enough. Sorry, honey. This tank's not going to be big enough. A whole lot longer. I think they got a little bit more they can go in there. But I'm gonna be moving them after the next spawn into a more suitable tank. Come here. Let me see you. Anyways, I've got to wrap this video up and get to bed. I am shot. Yeah. See my shipping boxes and stuff over there. Holy crap. I got it from Amazon. She is a stunner too. All the females and all the males were stunners. They were all very, very different in their own ways too. This female and this male in here is awesome too, but they're just being stubborn. Like, they paired up, they did their thing, they cleared the nest, they didn't lay, and she just hasn't laid yet. And I'm not giving up on her. I think I just need to narrow it down. I did the same thing with these guys. They paired and took forever to lay too, and I was so busy with other things, I just didn't get to it. I didn't accomplish what I wanted to as fast as I would like to. But then I finally was like, all right, I've got to get on this. And I made some tweaks, and they spawned, and we got these. And so, yeah, these are some really awesome. These are only 5-week-old fish, and some are, I'm sure, an inch. If I get them out and measure them, I'm sure there's some in there that are 5 weeks old. I can go back and look at the camera to know the exact date of when they were born, hatched, spawned, and everything. And, they're just not very old fish to be this big. They're just, but I always hear Feste are really slow growers, and I know I've raised them from fry before, and yeah, they definitely requires patience, but I'm not so sure that they're slow growers so much as they just get so big. I mean, they really do they don't get monstrous, but they definitely get fairly large. And so, you know, you can have a pretty good sized fish in the same amount of time, but it's just not, you know, mature. It's still a juvenile. They take a little longer to do all that. They're not like, you know, Slanus or anything, Focus that I have any experience with. All them babies ready to go by 5 months at the most, you know, sometimes 4. They just fire off. Parachromas, you know, they obviously, I wouldn't say quite as fast as Amphilochus in my experience, but not far off, you know. My phone's dying, so yeah, it's definitely time to wrap it up. But you know, I mean, they take a little bit longer, take a little more patience, but man, are they worth it. I mean, these fish are just awesome. They're just, and these are just a couple of them. I've got a whole bunch of these awesome fish around, and man, they're just, hey, you can see the male. That's the other ones I'm working with. I just got to get some time devoted to them and try to get them to do their thing, because I'm sure that these guys went the one, you know, anomaly out of the whole lot of them. I haven't spent a lot of time with them. I've just been preoccupied. So that's kind of my next mission, is to get all this stuff organized. Hopefully get one more spawn out of them and get dedicated to these. These guys are definitely going to spawn soon. It's going to happen. It's going to happen soon. But yeah, I just need to dedicate some time to these guys. I've got this light off, hoping they'll just do it, because, you know, that's kind of what happened with these guys. Was I dedicated to them, I did some work with them, I worked with them, and then I was like, oh, I'm busy, and so I shut the lights down and just kind of let them do their thing, and poof, they had babies. So that's kind of what I'm trying. That's my newest step I'm trying with these guys, to just shut her down and see what they'll do. So we'll find out. But yeah, now that this is a 7-minute video, that it was not supposed to be a 7-minute video, that is the fry update. They are growing really fast. I do believe come Monday there won't even be any 3/4 left. I think they'll all be at the smallest 3/4 maybe, but I doubt it. I think they'll all be right there. That's like the smallest fish. I missed them. I mean, you can see them though. There's definitely some fish. I think the smallest fish are like 3/4 right now. Pardon all the brine shrimp and Ron cichlid food floating around and being dispersed by the freaking, they're eaters. They'll have that baby clean and covered in poop in no time. And I can vacuum it before work, because that's what I do. I feed them, they eat and they poop, and I vacuum. But I really do love it. It's a fun, exciting kind of thing. It's just so awesome to watch these things just grow and become creatures. Like, if I hadn't had this phone out taking a video of these guys, making these guys all jealous, they'd be right over here at this glass. When I go to sleep, my pillow's right over here, and they're right there at the glass. I mean, they're just really cool fish. They're also a little preoccupied with their little pre-spawn thing. I know it's about to happen. They've actually got their parts exposing themselves, so it's unless something happens, you know, for some reason, maybe the heater decides to not eat anymore. I mean, there's not really a whole lot that's going to stop them, as long as their current conditions remain the same. So I'm just going to kind of keep up with their thing and hope these guys do their thing, and then I gotta get a real guys for that dude. Those guys are awesome. So are those guys. Oh my gosh. Okay. Enough of my messing. I'm going to sleep. That's a really distorted view there through the side there like that. Oh, I can't leave the video off like that. There we go. That's a little better. That's much better. All right. Anyways, Narino Feste project. Any other project.